So I moved this paddy melon off the road yesterday because I was worried about the eagles on this stretch of road. Anyway, there's a lot of eagles in the area, so I try and keep as much roadkill off the road as I can. Moved it off the road yesterday, and look, actually last night it was right towards just before dark. Something's come down and decided it needs a paddy melon head. Very interesting. Take the head and run. Took one of the shoulders as well. There's just one paw left. Just there. But yeah, another headless wallaby. Surprise, surprise. Flies are busy today though. Afternoon, folks. I'm here at work in the fire tower on Mount Horror. It's one of the jobs I do. I also work part-time in a pub cooking as well, but I work in a fire tower monitoring bushfires, and I get a bit of support here from young Jess, who likes to come up the fire tower and climb up the steps. She's a bit tuckered out at the moment. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you firsthand what happens when this stuff goes down. So just give you an idea, I'm on Mount Horror in the northeast tip of Tassie. Through the sea mist over there you can see the tips of Flinders Island and Cape Barren Island over there. The mountains, Mount Strzelecki I think that is. There's Mount Cameron through there. I live at South Mount Cameron, so it's just at the base of that mountain, and there's our fire that I spotted this morning as I got to work. I called it in before I even started work because I got here and I saw the smoke. We had some lightning strikes this morning which started all this problem, and I'm about 3 kilometres north of that front there on the left. You can't quite see it, I don't think, through the camera, but it's only about 200 metres from the Ringarooma River, and I'm a couple of k's at the most from that, the edge of the river where I live. So they've got the helicopters in, they've got some dozers coming in and some other trucks. Problem being is it's very remote bush and it's really thick, and it's hard for the crews to get in there and actually do the work on the ground. They've got to try and predict where it's going and bash through the bush and build in some fire breaks where they can to try and stop it from getting any further. Things weren't looking too bad before because the wind's been pretty consistently blowing it south, but the wind over there is different to the wind over here. That's about 25 kilometres away, and it's starting to swing around, and you can just see on the tip there it's starting to flare up. The river's just below there. If it gets over that river, Tassie Tiger Lodge might not be a place on earth anymore. So hopefully it stays on that side of the river out in the wilderness there. Just through there you can see a lake. That's Pioneer Dam. It's about 7 k's away from my place or something like that, 5-7 k's. But yeah, I'm just out there north of that clearing, east of that clearing there that you can see in the distance. So a little bit of nervous tension. So I'm staying calm, and hopefully we can stay on top of this. But the eerie part is the front went out to the Tasman Sea that had all the lightning in it, and that was at about 9:30 this morning. We had all the lightning strikes, 9:15. That's actually now coming back from the Tasman Sea, coming back inland. So the wind over there is changing. The front's coming back in, so could get real messy if we get more lightning strikes, but hopefully we don't, and fire crews can get on top of this thing and stop it from causing any major property damage, and no one gets hurt. Unfortunately, the animals often do, but that's nature. This wasn't caused by arson, this was caused by lightning, as I said. So we'll just see what happens, and might give you an update tomorrow when I get to work and see what's going on. But fingers crossed that we get on top of this real quick. I think I might have just disturbed this fella from eating a quoll. There was an injured tiger quoll just to the left of me that's taken off in the bush. And this wedge-tailed eagle just happens to be sitting up here. It's quite a dark one, so I don't think I've seen this one before. But it was just eating a tiger quoll that has managed to escape into the bush there. So I'm sorry I disturbed your lunch, mate. Nature doing its thing. But anyway, this guy's not leaving in a hurry. He ain't scared of me by no means. He's more than happy to sit here and wait for me to bugger off so he can go and look for that quoll just inside the forest here. He's sort of looking in that general direction. I ain't gonna hang around too long. But I just saw the quoll as I pulled up. It went straight in there. That's why Jess is looking out there. That's where the quoll went, and I reckon it's probably going to die. It looked like it was pretty sore. Didn't look like it was doing very good, but anyway. Another wedge-tailed eagle in my travels. They just keep turning up. So I heard a rumour there was an old mine in here. Whoa, with bats. There it is. Can't see any sparkly eyes down there. That bat was pretty freaky. Is that more bats there? Oh, I think it's just a bird nest or something. Maybe swallows. Looks like it's well ventured. Don't know how deep it is. It goes back a bit. Plenty of mozzies. Might be a good place for a trail camera. See who's around venturing in here. But yeah, old mine shaft just near the road here. Trippy. Mozzies are bad. No wonder there's bats in here, all the bugs. They'll be having a feast.
G'day, Neil.
G'day, Kerry. How are you, mate?
Oh, not too bad, mate, for an old fella.
Yeah, we're all holding in here, aren't we?
Oh, geez, it goes quick, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm keeping myself busy and working hard like every other taxpayer in this country.
Oh, okay. I'm retired, so...
No, good on you. I don't work full time, but yeah, summer's when I work the most. I don't work much in winter.
Yeah, you still doing the fire tower thing?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm up here now, so...
Geez, glad as you not me. I've got no head for heights.
Yeah, well, it's only 2 stories up the tower, but it's 700 metres up the mountain, so it's a fair old hike up here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, you've had a sighting, Kerry?
Oh, mate, that was about... I was still with my wife, so it's got to be 20 plus years ago.
Okay.
Do you know Nambour in Queensland?
Oh, I think I have been up there. How far up is it?
It's sort of west of the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, I reckon I have been through there. I did a bit of a tour up there a few years back with a friend.
Yeah, well, coming from my place I live at Mountain Creek, which is near Mooloolaba. You can go on the back roads in Nambour, which I used to always take because I like the scenery.
Yeah.
And one day I'm driving along and my wife and I just both looked at the left and something it leapt up a bank rather rapidly. Now this bank would have been too high for a dog to jump up.
Yeah, in one leap sort of thing.
disappeared into the scrub. It was a light tan in colour. Didn't see any stripes. It was so fast. You know, it was really very fleeting. But, I don't know what else it would be.
Did it, what time of day was it when you saw it?
In the morning, just not early, probably about 10 in the morning.
So, good visibility?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Were you on a bend or a straight stretch of road?
Straight stretch.
Yep.
Yep, straight stretch.
And from when you first saw it to when it disappeared, what sort of distance away from you were it as you were travelling towards it?
I was probably only about 15 metres away from it.
So you got a pretty good look at it?
Well, as soon as I sort of spotted it, and Kerry said, "What's that?" And I said, "I don't know." I said it could have been a thylacine for all I know. The way it jumped up there, bloody hell.
So it sort of... Sorry, go on, mate.
Yeah, I didn't really get a good look at it, Neil, to be honest.
Sure. What can you confirm about it, do you think?
Well, its location, very bushy around Rosemount.
Yep.
There are houses dotted up there now, but just its speed and its colouring.
And it's...
what I noticed most about it, didn't say head shape or anything like that. It just happened too fast.
Are you definite that it was a four-legged animal and not a kangaroo?
That wasn't a roo. Definitely not, no.
Okay.
No. It was, basically dog-shaped.
Yep.
Yeah. So, it's not really much of a sighting, Neil, but I guess everything's worth reporting. I don't know whether you've had any more sightings from that area.
Look, anywhere in the Great Dividing Range is good for sightings, pretty much. And you'd be on the edge of it there, wouldn't you? In that hinterland.
Yeah. Well, from Nambour, which is another sort of 5 k's on,
yeah,
you go straight up the hill to Mapleton and then into the Blackall Ranges.
Yeah, then you're in there.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of good country up there.
Oh, yeah. It's getting more populated. We used to live up at Mullaney.
Oh, yeah. I've been to Mullaney.
Yeah, well, we used to live 5 miles out there. We had a couple of acres, and that was in the 80s, and we used to live there.
I've been to Kilcoy as well. I've got a mate who's got some cameras up near the Kilcoy area now, and he's getting all sorts of stuff on his cameras. It's a busy area up there for wild dogs, dingoes, other strange four-legged animals. It's pretty busy.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I wouldn't be surprised if there's not thylacines 10 k's from me.
Yeah. How big was this animal? If you compared it to a breed of dog, what size would you reckon it would be roughly?
Bigger than... I've had a lot of border collies, but bigger than a border collie.
Yep. So reasonable size.
Yeah. But in saying that, my son's got a border collie that's fairly tall. So, I said to Michael one day, "Geez, that cookie looks like a bloody thylacine." He said, "What?" I said, "No, I don't worry about it. He's not interested in stuff like that."
Yeah. So, when you... did you sort of startle it as you approached it and then you saw it? Is that how it happened?
Yes, exactly.
As it moved, you suddenly realised it was there, sort of thing.
Yeah, I was driving along and sort of just glanced there because I saw some animal, and whooshka, bang, it's gone up this slope, the bank next to the road, and shit, that moved with some authority.
So it was stationary, but it took a flying leap straight up the embankment
Yep.
in
That's
one bound.
exactly it. It's
In one bound, basically.
pretty much scratched its way probably the last 5 feet.
Yep.
You know.
But it took a
Front,
good,
back.
6 foot leap, maybe 7 foot?
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah.
I had some video evidence from WA a few years ago where the prints went straight over a cyclone fence. So it had stopped, the cyclone fence was there, and then the prints continued on the other side of the fence where it landed.
Oh really?
Yeah. And I'm positive that was a 4-legged thylacine type animal running along. There was lots of prints there with big 5 toes on the front foot.
Okay.
So you're still up in that area now, are you? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You
Yeah,
see many
still
roadkills up there?
No, it's got a little bit populated now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean there is there's a remnant forest round Mountain Creek, the creek itself.
Yep.
But there was a beautiful waterfall up there, and which cascaded into another waterfall, and it was full of bass. And I used to go up there and catch them and throw them back again.
Yep.
But no, they filled that in and put a bloody housing development over it.
Oh, Jesus. Sounds like
Oh,
Queensland.
Sunshine Coast Council, they're absolutely
Ruthless.
don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
But they've destroyed everything. They've destroyed part of the creek. They've filled in a spot of roast to get me mud crabs.
Yeah, great.
And,
Sounds like they're really on the money there.
oh yeah, and they charge exorbitant rates, and now you've probably heard that trying to get a rail along the bloody beach at Mooloolaba and Alexander Headlands.
Right.
They're just a destruction.
Yeah.
So we came up here in '79, and like, if you go down the main road, you'd wave at someone coming the other way. But now you just get blasted by trucks, and
It's so overpopulated in the area now, I suppose.
well, it's gone to 6 lanes, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
It
Really.
does my head in travelling in areas like that. I live in Shitsville, nowhere, Tasmania. So.
Well, I tell you what, I'd rather be living down there.
Oh yeah, any day. I can't handle the Gold Coast Highway in itself. There's 6 lanes of expressway and there's always roadworks. You hit it and you can't move.
No, it's bumper to bumper. Even going into town, into Mooloolaba.
Yeah.
You know, this time of year with all the holiday makers up here.
Yeah, it'd be nuts.
It's just driving in Mooloolaba is not worth it. If I'm going in there to, have a few beers somewhere, I'll just get a cab, mate. It only cost me $10 each way.
Yep.
And
Less stress.
Less stress, and I can have me a few beers, and I'm worried about getting picked up on the way home.
Yeah.
But it's I've always been fascinated by the thylacine ever since I was a little kid.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of activity up there on the Sunshine Coast still to this day. A lot of yowie activity up there, and those big cats and stuff, Thylacaleos. There's all sorts of shit running around the bush in Queensland. Don't worry.
What's Thylacaleos?
That's a marsupial lion. And I believe they come in a variety of colours and sizes, so there's probably more than one species of them. Of course, if you ask an expert, they'll tell you they've been extinct for 10,000 years, but, if you ask a farmer, he'll tell you he's seen them 3 or 4 times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, who do you talk to?
I think I'll be talking to the farmer.
Yeah, so, but, yeah, often I think the big panther sightings are mistaken, and it's actually Thylacaleos. Because sometimes they're black, sometimes they're brown with spots, sometimes they're striped, sometimes they're fawn, sometimes they're just grey or shaggy brown hair. They come in all different. The reports are really varied on those things.
Yeah.
So
I got an old book called Furred Animals of Australia from 1943.
Righto.
And it's got the thylacines and the quolls. The quolls and that were called native cats.
Correct. Yeah. They still call them native cats in Tassie. Yeah, they do. or tiger cat actually. That's their favourite saying, tiger cat, which is just a large spotted-tailed quoll.
Right. Yes.
But yeah, that's what they call them down here. You got to watch some of these localised names sometimes. But look, the black fellas up in far north Queensland still talk about the yarry, and the yarry is the Thylacine. So if they're talking about it, it's still there. That's simple.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
no, I wouldn't doubt any of that. That's for sure. But this book of 1943 just stated thylacine becoming rare.
Yeah. Well, that was the narrative back then. The narrative changed a bit later on when they just decided it was extinct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all about profits and investment. That's what it's about these days. No such thing as conservation anymore.
No, it's all money rules.
Yeah, they're selling off everything in national parks down here to the biggest tourism operators, basically. That's what's going on. It's shocking.
Really?
Oh, the national parks down here are a joke. They're an embarrassment. People, this is why people don't report sightings to them, because they don't trust them. It's that simple.
Yeah, right.
They don't get told nothing. So they get about a fifth of what really comes through, what really happens out there, because no one trusts parks in Tasmania. None of the locals do anyway. The tourists might. But anyway, that's another story.
I went to Tasmania in '74, and I trekked down. I was a caver for a lot of years.
Oh yeah.
And I trekked down from the side of the road to Exit Cave, which is Junie Florentine.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, if they're not in there, mate, I don't reckon they're anywhere.
Yeah, look, they're in every state on the mainland, Kerry, so they're going to be in Tassie.
Oh, yeah.
They're everywhere. They're all over the mainland. The weirdest part about the whole extinction thing for me is there's so much anecdotal evidence to suggest it's not extinct. The extinction paper itself is flimsy at best because it's not even scientific. It's just an opinion. And everything hinges on that. Really? That's science? That's a scientific process for dealing with extinction? It's pretty poor. But anyway, I keep talking about it. No one keeps doing nothing about it, so we'll just see what happens. Maybe one day someone will walk in with a thylacine on a lead.
Yeah, I love that. But you're the only guy that seems is doing anything about it. What is wrong with all these other guys?
Look, there's lots of people sort of are interested in it and doing their bit, but not everyone's as vocal about it as we are, I suppose.
Yeah.
And, everyone's falling in love with this bullshit story about cloning and gene sequencing and all that crap. But, it's just another pie in the sky. It's Jurassic Park 101, that's all it is.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't believe in cloning.
Nah.
I don't think it'll work.
Well, they can't clone it per se. They can only try and build it using genes.
Yeah,
reconstructing one with genes, inserting genes into a Dunnart or a Numbat cell and trying to build something that slightly resembles a thylacine. So,
yeah.
But anyway, they've got lots of money to splash around, and there's a lot of big talk and a lot of propaganda in the paper. They were down here the other week looking for sites where they're going to release these things, and now they've got an advisory committee for the release of thylacines, and it's all tourism operators. There's not an ecologist on the whole thing. There's even someone from forestry's on there, but there's no one from national parks on their committee. It's just a joke. It's really quite hilarious.
Yeah.
But people fall for it, because people like to hear spin. They don't like to hear harsh realities, and the spin sounds really good. So, Chris Hemsworth, the actor, threw $10 million in there, so it must be great. Yeah?
Yeah.
But anyway, they'll learn, they'll find out.
Wish I could go for a walk. I can't walk long distance anymore because I got neuropathy on the bottom of my bloody feet.
Oh, okay, no worries.
And then it does affect strength of your legs.
Yep, because you're not using them as much, I suppose.
Hey?
You're not using them as much.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm sitting around half the day.
Well, we're all getting old, mate. We're all falling apart bit by bit.
Slowly wearing out.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
mate. Well, if you haven't got much more to add other than that, I'll leave it there, eh?
Okay, yeah. Well, I have trekked a lot of Tasmania,
Yep.
and I found most of it very, very wild, you know.
Well, if you've got any
So,
info that you might want to send me on some of the cave areas, that would be interesting. Because we all know that things like the lying caves and stay out the rain, don't they? Including people.
What, mate? Sorry?
If you've got any info on caves in Tassie, that might be interesting.
Yeah, the other area I went to is Ulverston,
Yeah.
Plains.
Yeah.
Guns Plains. Yeah, we went caving there.
Plenty of caves up there?
Well, I'm not real sure, but there's one big cave, and it's open to tourists.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, but they end the tour, but apparently the cave goes on about another 3 times longer. It's pretty bloody big, you know, and no doubt there'll be other potholes in the hill. I really, haven't been caving for so long, but I believe that would be an area, although it's fairly heavily cleared, there's still remnant forest left.
Yeah, it's more about corridors of these things. They don't need massive amounts of cover. It's just about corridors, and creeks and rivers are often areas where they zip through areas, I think. There's a bit of evidence to suggest that they follow creek lines, so they'll find their way.
Oh, yeah.
All right, mate.
Well, all the best with your search, mate. I really hope you come up with one.
Yeah, look, if we don't, it won't be from a lack of effort.
That's for sure. You're doing really, really good job, Neil.
All good, mate. No worries. Thanks very much for that. And you got no worries with me putting this up on our YouTube?
No.
All right.
No problem.
No worries. I'll get that out in the next couple of days for people to have a listen to.
All right, mate.
Good on you, mate. Thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Have a good day.